It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. Tonight, we'll be watching the Minnesota Timberwolves playing against the Philadelphia 76ers. For Philadelphia.
Welcome, everyone, to this 2K Sports broadcast live from downtown Minneapolis. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. The Timberwolves hoping to give a strong showing here for their home crowd. They're one of the most dangerous teams in the NBA right now. No question, they've won 7 of their last 8.
Well, right now for the Timberwolves, you know, this happens every year. A team outperforms expectations early. You wonder, is this just an anomaly or is this something they can sustain?
And what'll be interesting to me is to see if they can keep it up. I mean, but you're right. It's very early in the season.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Markieff Morris is out there with Zeller. Then it's Curry. Then there's Robin Lopez. And it's Grant in at the point guard. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves getting the first points of the ball game. Shot clock at 5. Here's Morris. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. We are far enough into the season now to determine the true contenders, Clark, or do you feel that isn't revealed until closer to playoff time?
No, I think you start to narrow that list down right now, Kevin. I mean, you begin to see which teams are capable of making runs in the playoffs. And obviously, anything can happen between now and the playoffs, but the teams that are going to be there battling, you get a pretty good read on who those teams are right now.
Here's Grant following the basket by Donovan Mitchell. Outside Curry. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And so just over a minute and a half played. McCollum kicks to Morris. Mitchell outside. Timberwolves passing it around. Here's Nurkic. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And setting the tone early with a strong move to the rack.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness and the fearlessness there, Greg. I mean, very committed to getting the shot he wanted.
Now here's Curry. 8 points his last outing, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Brett Brown. He told me this is a fun night trying to slow down a team that's so smart and opportunistic. He said, look, we've scouted them, but this is the first time we've actually seen them this season. So it will be interesting to see if we can disrupt their offense and slow them down just a little bit. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, Dave, guys, how hard a job is it going to be to keep this team's shooting percentage down?
It's going to be very difficult. I mean, they move the ball well. They've got players who can go off if the defense isn't solid through and through.
And, you know, that's the important part. You've got to be locked in defensively, countering their ball movement with active, aggressive, communicating defense. I mean, that's really the only way to keep their shooters from getting comfortable.
Now McCollum after Markieff Morris's three-pointer that didn't go. Mitchell kicks to Nurkic. Good D by Lopez.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Curry attacking. No good. Shot missing. Good work defensively by Morris. Down low. Here's Wiggins. Goes to the reverse layup and taps it in. Wiggins has got his first points of the game.
Tell you what, for a small forward, Wiggins is strong inside. I mean, and only growing in confidence, too. That's scary for the opposition.
And the basket by Curry.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Boy, it's a thing of beauty watching him attack the defense like that. I mean, they wanted no part of him on that layup.
Now here's McCollum. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Charlotte. Shot clock at 5. Shot from 16. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. This is their first chance this season playing the Timberwolves.
Yeah, and taking on an interconference foe, certainly not a rival. They're the better team, and they showed it, winning both matchups last season.
Right you are. I mean, winning the games they were supposed to win. No doubt they'll look to continue that tonight.
Mitchell left side. Shoot. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Great awareness of the clock to end the quarter.
That's just really good.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Timberwolves lead by 2. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And let's quickly break down the game we're watching with the Timberwolves, guys.
Listen, early on taking the league, I just like their approach offensively.
Yeah, I like it too. They're doing a great job working the ball around, staying aggressive, and capitalizing too.
So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, Zeller is out there with Robin Lopez. Then there's Grant. Then it's Curry. And it's Morris in at the small forward. Grant kicks to Lopez. Zeller passes to Curry. Zeller against Morris. Shot by Zeller, no good. Minnesota in the lead. Wiggins surveying the floor. Pass to Nurkic. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Staying alert and aware. Wiggins sees his man flash to an open spot. Pass is right on the money.
With the amount of characters and personalities on this Sixers team, Clark, you can't help but notice the attitude they play with.
Yeah, they play with edge. They play with brashness. Some would say arrogance, but all of the championship teams have some element of that, and that's where they're looking to go. On occasion, if their emotions get out of whack, it could get them in trouble, but I think they'll learn as they grow to tone that down and use it in a positive way.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. One of the buzzwords we hear all the time now, Clark, two-way player. But when you were out there, everyone had to be, it seemed to me, a two-way player.
Yeah, you know what? I think it's interesting when you see some of these terms that come into vogue. There's not much that's new under the sun in terms of the game. And clearly, two-way players were as valued in the past, even before me, as they are now. I just think it's part of the language of the game now where it's more prevalent.
And it's Mitchell missing.
You just make the assumption that's going down. I mean, an uncontested mid-range jumper, I think he should have buried it, but you know what? He didn't. It happened.
Nurkic against Lopez. Grant outside. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Now a chance to check out the top NBA block leaders. Yusuf Nurkic is second.
What an intimidator he is in the paint. I mean, he shot to the top of that leaderboard, and nobody feels comfortable putting a shot up around him right now.
He's off on the first. So we can't get either to fall. And this Timberwolves team, so fun to watch.
I agree. All-star talent on the rise, athleticism, and they can light it up too. Yeah, fun group.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Grant in the post, covered by Mitchell. Offensive rebound. And Zeller kicks to Grant. Pass to Zeller. Curry on the wing. Second shot opportunity. Here's Lopez. Goes up again. The shot will not fall. Great D that time from Nurkic. Wiggins against Morris. Mitchell outside. shoots it. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Grant up top, covered by Mitchell. Grant kicks to Lopez. Pass to Zeller. And here is Curry, covered by Morris. Fires from 14. Curry, good. Curry's got it all tied up now for Philadelphia.
Seth Curry's game in the mid-range area continues to look better, taking advantage of all opportunities.
Tie.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It was a closely contested first quarter for Minnesota. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. They couldn't hold on to the slim lead they had at the start of the second quarter and headed into the locker room with the game all knotted up. And Shaq, what do you think about what...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Here's McCollum. They've got Donovan Mitchell. Wiggins is out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic, and it's McCollum in at the 2-guard spot. So that's who Tom Thibodeau starts the second half with. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And there's the foul against Philadelphia. The Timberwolves shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight. He hits the second from the line.
They're ahead, but if they don't get a stop here, that free throw could prove critical.
Grant finds Lopez. Back to Grant. Here's Morris, buried from 15 feet out.
Well-coordinated shot mechanics, especially for a guy with his length.
Yeah, and you know, it looks effortless, easy, silky smooth, textbook shooting form. Man, that's nice.
Grant against Mitchell. Back to Nurkic. Lays it up off the glass. Nurkic has got 7. And Tom Thibodeau is a demanding coach, Clark. We know that. His teams have responded, though. But sometimes teams can wear down from that style. Does that concern you in Minnesota?
Not really, Kevin. I mean, he's shown that he's got a proven track record for having teams be successful. And with ownership behind him, I think the players will follow his lead. Remember, he's got the dual role as coach and president of operations. Not sure if that is always the best way to go about it, but in this case, with the alignment with ownership, I think it'll work.
Mitchell passes to McCollum. Six on the shot clock. Morris dishes to Mitchell. Shoots over Grant. Here's Nurkic. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. He's got 9.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here. Obviously, the game is played with a more wide-open style now, Clark. Name a few old-school bigs who continue to make an impact.
Well, I like what Andre Drummond does. The big fella's a glass-eating machine. Still needs to refine his moves and shooting touch, but his athleticism and rebounding off the charts. Blake Griffin stands out as well. Highly skilled, very, very athletic. Steven Adams, obviously a big guy who plays an old school game, rim protector, finisher, good hands, great strength. Dwight Howard, you know, he's on the backside of his career, but you think about what he was able to do in his prime as a shot blocker, rebounder, finisher. He's got some old school qualities as well.
Philadelphia shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Not a strong suit for this group, just around 71%.
And guys, you know what? That's made things hard for them in a lot of their games. I mean, that inability to convert their chances at the free throw line.
Mitchell against Grant. And here's Morris for 3. No good that time. Now the 76ers take it the other way. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. Start a 3-game homestand with that game. Grant kicks to Lopez. The pass to Curry. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Curry's got 8 points.
So good at figuring out ways to get inside. Seth Curry working on improving this part of his game.
Timberwolves trail by 3. McCollum outside to the middle. Here's Morris, and it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Lopez has got 4 rebounds in this game. Curry finds Zeller. Count it, good. He's got 8.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
And, you know, guys, that kind of offensive efficiency really keeps a lot of pressure on the opponent, and that's part of why the lead is what it is.
Grant against Mitchell. Back to Grant. To the paint. Here's Zeller. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. And now a 7-point Philadelphia lead. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. Nurkic with it. He's picked up by Lopez to end the run. And it's sent back by Lopez.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
And now the Timberwolves on the break. And McCollum the bucket on the assist by Mitchell. Mitchell's got 4 assists now tonight.
Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
Fantastic speed.
Back to the action after this word. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. On the court for Philadelphia to start the 4th, we've got Robin Lopez. Grant is out there with Curry. Then there's Markieff Morris. And it's Zeller in at the power forward position. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Mitchell outside. To the paint. And Morris throws it down.
And the thing about Morris, doesn't have the big vertical, but tenacious once he gets around the rim.
Lopez right side. Here's Zeller. Outside for Curry. Grant against Mitchell. Tries again. Grant. That's good. And the 76ers lead by 5. McCollum against Curry. Morris. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Morris has got 4 points this quarter.
And this is in Morris's wheelhouse right here. Extremely fluid with the catch and release.
Poked away. Stolen by Mitchell. And now McCollum running the floor all by himself. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It goes on Jaren Grant. They throw good. McCollum.
I like the shiftiness of McCollum. I mean, feels like he can get any shot he wants to. Very efficient as a guard.
4th quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Out to the right wing. Lopez outside. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And so Zeller nails both of them. Timberwolves trail by 3. Mitchell with it. Higgins outside. He dishes it to Nurkic. McCollum up top. Just 5 on the clock. Morris outside. But they'll get another chance. It's tipped. It's stolen by Morris. And now the 76ers on the break. Curry leading the charge. A nice shot by Zeller.
Hey, you know, Kevin, that's what you want to see. Strong passing inside, leading to the hoop.
Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. McCollum kicks to Mitchell. 1:39 left to play in the final quarter. Here's Nurkic. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game. The 76ers leading by 3. Curry deciding where to go with it. Grant outside. Morris against Zeller. Back to Grant. Minnesota with the rebound. Here's McCollum. And McCollum with the slam.
And this has been a clinic on what not to do defensively. Just atrocious.
Yeah, I would expect both coaches to really get on their teams about adjusting their defensive mindset and execution going forward.
Outside Curry. Back to Zeller. The feed now to Lopez. Zeller passes to Curry.
And this is what staying active can give you. Morris sending that one back with authority.
Here's McCollum. Inside, here's Mitchell. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
Wahoo just got too aggressive. You've got to play smart. Got to it on the way down, and that's a big whistle.
Timeout called, the 76ers. They trail by 1. There's 21 seconds left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
And really no need to rush. Still plenty of time to get a good look.
Well, if they've got a play that they use to get a quality shot, this is the time to run.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brett Brown said to his team. He told them this game wasn't over yet. He said, don't give up. If you make a few big plays, we're right back in this game. Stay the course. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. Grant dishes to Lopez. It's good!
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
And the Timberwolves call time here. They're trailing by 1. 3 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, what do you think?
And I think they've got enough time to try and get the ball inside. And unless they get a wide open look on the perimeter, that should be what the focus is. Even if you miss at the rim, you've got a good chance to maybe try and draw a foul.
And, you know, Kevin, they count on him to provide offense, and he knows how to fill it up.
And so the timeout by Brett Brown here. What's your take, guys?
And the only chance here is a lob at the front of the rim. A tip in to tie the game. There's not enough time to get a catch and shoot.
And so it's the Timberwolves who come out on top here. That was David. Thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That